It's time for the most prestigious award show in professional wrestling podcasts. Wait, are they really doing this again? All right, whatever. It's time for the second annual TWPYs, a celebration of the best in pro wrestling in 2022. Here's your host, the man who is the forever 24/7 champion of cheap, Brian Christie.
Thank you, voice guy. I am.
Brian. His name is Darren. Come on, we went through this last year. His name is Darren.
He does a bang-up job. Darren, thank you. Yes, I am the 24/7 champ of cheap, Brian Christie. And yes, we are doing this again. It is the it's the 2022 TWPY Awards, a celebration of the best in professional wrestling. And guys,
we're doing it.
We are.
What? Can I, before you get started, I'm going to let you do your thing. You're talking about the best of professional wrestling. Well, the best of the best.
No, is this happening?
This is the shirt.
This is happening. Whoa!
Iron Sheik, Roots of Fight.
Oh
Love
my
it.
God.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Now, if you're new, Brian or Kevin was here a couple months ago. He saw this in my closet. I'm like, you can't tell anybody. You can't say a word. Iron Sheik, maybe the greatest shirt of 2022.
That's phenomenal.
It's an amazing shirt, Bubba.
Yeah, that's an everyday wear.
That is all caps good. That's how good that is.
It's an amazing shirt.
I feel it would like boost my confidence like 20% wearing that shirt that day. Like
my glasses are the same as the Sheik's.
It does.
Yeah.
I felt it would be culturally inappropriate to get the head cover, so I didn't go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So let's do this award thing. Let's do this.
Hold up. But you can still talk shit on Hulk Hogan.
If you want.
I could, but I think the glasses work just enough.
No, guys, that shirt is amazing. Absolutely amazing. That is TWPY for shirt of the year if we had an award for that, by the way.
With runner-up, with the runner-up, the Danhausen MJF shirt. Also owned by me.
Yes.
I think the Omega Larry shirt would be above.
Well, from last week, yes, that was a great one from last week in the Christmas party episode.
No love for Have a Rocking Christmas.
Quit trying to steal my thunder. Quit trying to steal my thunder.
So,
let's go.
Guys, I mean, what a hell of a year 2022 was, right? I mean, my God, did you guys have fun like looking back at everything that happened, matches, everything? Like, what the hell? There was so much. And, before we get to the actual TWPYs, most award show hosts, we begin the show with a monologue. And just like last year, I have one again.
Sing it, Billy Crystal.
It's the same one from last year. We're just going to B-roll.
We'll see. Stick with me now. Yeah. Essentially,
is this back by unpopular demand?
Wait.
Get a drink, Brian. You're going to need it for this.
I will. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's get it over with.
Welcome to the 2022 TWPYs. That's a sentence you probably never thought you'd hear. So sit back and relax as we review this crazy year. Yes, that is the exact same opening sentence I used for the TWPYs in 2021. But hey, while it may not be original, I thought it'd be kind of fun. Wrestling in 2022, in a word, was simply insane. Or as the kids would say, it was fire. Nobody could have seen coming that it'd be the year that Vince retired. Well, except Joe's wife. She predicted that, actually. Yeah. Sure. We had Regal go to AEW, then back to WWE. Dominic turned on Ray, and now he calls Rhea mommy. Triple H officially retired due to his medical scare, but we still had one last match from the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! Woo! MJF, Roman, and Judgment Day, they all played a tremendous villain. Not so much CM Punk.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Seth Rollins had a big year, beating Riddle with the stomp to his head and neck. And I hope you'd already eaten dinner when you saw the reveal of Cody's pec. Ugh, that was not good. We didn't see much of Charlotte, her year was pretty brief. Brawl Out took the Elite off of TV, and it broke Punk's dog Larry's teeth.
Aw.
As for our podcast, we just celebrated 100 shows. We got shout outs from The Genius, Nick Gage, and The Godfather, but no hoes. We had a great trip to Nashville with a pit stop in Uranus.
Yeah, it was.
Jay and Joe did karaoke, made it clear why they're not famous.
Oh!
But guys,
At least we did it.
Yes, exactly. I get why you chose your songs. It just wouldn't have been my choice, because by the end, the crowd wished it was you two and not me who lost his voice.
Well, because my voice.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What?
Oh shit!
Owned that crowd.
SummerSlam was a blast. Sitting so close made for a great presentation. I had some Nashville hot chicken, and we had dinner from a gas station.
3 nights in a row.
Woo woo woo.
We saw Brock. He lifted the ring with a tractor. He showed that farming is more than just a hobby. We didn't get to go to StarCast, but we did say, "Hey, Ricky," in the hotel lobby.
Ricky Morton. Rock
We
and
just
roll
talked
Crest.
about that. Yes.
And elevator and parking
And a-
lot and a breakfast
And gas station.
and gas station.
We literally drove out of the parking lot and saw Robert Gibson leaving Nashville. It was like,
Rock
"Bye,
and
Robert,
roll."
rock and roll. Triple H was put in charge. He's got WWE on the right track. And then he rehired everyone. Bring them all back. What the guy next to me at SummerSlam said. So what's in store for 2023 after this year? I mean, who could possibly say? All I know is if SummerSlam is in Detroit at a hotel, I will not stay.
Cheap.
So let's look back on 2022. It certainly went by fast, and we appreciate all of you listening to the second year of That Wrestling Podcast.
My karaoke was fucking
Oh,
awesome.
one more line. Orange Cassidy sucks. Boom! I didn't forget.
Snap.
All right.
Back to
Chug, chug,
karaoke. How can you go to Music City and not sing?
Yeah.
You two.
Brian,
You
and I
guys,
did.
you guys did. Thank you, Kev. What's that?
Well, I'm sure there's bars in downtown Detroit that just do Journey karaoke over and over. So we're in luck come summer if it's in Detroit.
Or if we go to SummerSlam Detroit, we're just gonna have to go to the shelter, and you guys are gonna have to rap battle.
With Mom
I mean,
Spaghetti. Yeah.
Brian just proved he can't compete.
Yeah. I did my best work right there, so that's not saying much.
No, that
Okay.
was great. That was great.
Thank you, fellas.
It was good, not great.
It was
Damn.
better than last year.
I think it was too. I made it a little more condensed and personal to us. I thought that was a better move for this year. Now, this is the TWPYs. How the winners are determined. Each of us 4 guys, we listed our top 10 performers in each category, and each position was assigned a point number. So first place was given 10 points, second place 9 points, third place 8 points, all the way down to 10th place gets 1 point. I then tallied up the point totals from all 4 of our ballots to determine the overall rankings. In the event of a tie in any of the places, the wrestlers share that ranking. Now then, let us begin with the first award for the second annual TWPYs.
Shattering the glass ceiling, reaching for the brass ring, the main event push, whatever you call it. These men and women showed why they are the top performers. Here are the nominees for Breakout Performer of the Year.
Breakout Performer of the Year. Now, this is a category that really has 2 sides to it, I'd say. It's like when you think of Breakout, you think of either like a brand new rookie wrestler or maybe like an underutilized veteran wrestler who did the best work of their career. It's kind of a multifaceted voting, which could make for some interesting results. Coming in at number 5 with 12 points, your new NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. At number 4 with 18 points, the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa. At number 3 with 23 points, absolute Ricky Starks. At number 2, we have a tie, both with 29 points. We have Carmelo Hayes and Logan Paul. And at number 1 with 33 points, the winner of the TWPY for Breakout Performer of the Year goes to, get your scissors out, guys. Scissor me, daddy.
Oh,
the
wow.
Acclaimed.
Wow.
You
I don't think I voted for them.
We'll get into
We
that in a
did.
second here.
Well, I did.
Somebody did, clearly. They were number 1 with 33 points at a possible 40. Now, you could argue they were one of the biggest highlights for AEW in 2022, is the rise of the scissor. After 2021, if you guys remember, Max Caster had been suspended for a bit due to some content of his rap lyrics. Tony Khan needed to like reel him in here because they were getting a little inappropriate. But now they're so over with the crowd. Yes, thank you, Joe. They've gotten a line with Billy Gunn, which was a huge thing, of course, affectionately known as Daddy Ass. And after feuding with the Gun Club, the Acclaim's popularity came to a head at All Out back in September, where they challenged Swerve and Our Glory for the tag team championships. Jay, you were there. The crowd started singing to the Seven Nation Army beat. Oh, scissor me, daddy ass. And they did end up losing that match, but they showed they were really good in the ring. And they won the titles a couple weeks later at Grand Slam. They've since defended it. They defeated Swerve and Our Glory in the rematch at Full Gear. And they even had a new holiday created, National Scissoring Day. Joe, I go to you. We watched All Out together. What did you think of the Acclaimed in 2022?
It was really close between the Acclaimed and Logan Paul. The only reason I gave the Acclaimed the top spot for me was because Logan Paul only had 2 matches, while the Acclaimed really went from a nothing tag team to like the most over tag team in an entire promotion, to the point where we're still talking about how they should have won at that match, and it kind of took it away. But for the people that were on the list, I had my top 3 were the Acclaimed, Logan Paul, Solo Sikoa. So that's what happened. And I gotta say the Acclaimed were the ones, because they were consistent from January to December. That's why they were the breakout stars of the year 2022.
Now, yeah, Joe, you had them at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, number 2 was Logan Paul. Logan was number 1 for myself and Kevin. Jason, in a shocking vote, did not have Logan Paul in his top 10.
What?
He only had 3 matches this year.
I thought it was 2.
Yep.
Oh no, 3.
So he did have
WrestleMania,
3. Yep.
The Miz, and yeah.
So
that's
your
why.
number 1, Jay, was Sami Zayn. Okay.
Yep.
Again, going with that kind of like breakthrough. So explain your thought process to us.
Well, I just did. Sami Zayn was around all year, and look what he has done since WrestleMania. He had the Jackass match with those guys. Hell, Mattel just came out with a Sami Zayn action figure with the giant mousetrap accessory. And everything he has done with Roman Reigns and the Usos and now Solo and the Wise Man, this is his year. I don't know where it goes in 2023, and I don't care as long as I am entertained, because this is sports entertainment.
Yeah. I was just surprised, though, because I remember your praise for Logan.
I love Logan Paul.
Win money
Day
in the
one.
bank, do all that. So
Day
I was
one.
really surprised. Guys, full transparency, I texted Jay confidentially and said, I'm not influencing your vote. I just want to make sure you realize you did not vote at all for Logan Paul. And
my
he said, I'm good.
response to that text was to quote my good friend Brian Christie, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Again, guys, top 5, we got Acclaim, Logan Paul, Carmelo, Solo Sikoa, Ricky Starks, Roxanne Perez. So it's really 6, but we had a tie. Any other thoughts on those guys and girl in this case, Kev?
They're my top 5.
Yeah.
Like mixed around, but I'd Solo at 9. actually.
Okay. Yeah.
In Sammy, we're gonna get to men's wrestler of the year. I thought of him more large scale versus Jay, but Jay probably had him as men's and maybe Breakout because he had a little bit of both. But no, I see Jay's perspective on there. But I did have Logan number one.
Yeah, I had
just
Logan
because his
number
matches
one.
were amazing.
They were great
Every one of them.
matches, outstanding. And I've been on Logan Paul train since day one.
Choo choo.
But
You have.
you know, if he ends up against Cena at WrestleMania this year, I'm down for it.
Mhm.
You know,
Well, 2023 breakout of the year. Jay's number
if he
one.
has more than 3 matches next year,
Yeah.
then in 1 year's time, when we do this again, maybe he'll get a higher vote for me or a vote at all.
Yeah.
You are very drippy, by the way.
I kind of am.
Oh,
You know,
my.
I was
You are
thinking
like
to myself,
the Seth of the show right now.
Mhm.
I was thinking to myself, I look much cooler in sunglasses than Joe does.
I
Knew that was
agree.
coming. I knew it
agree.
was coming.
Sorry, Joe. You're the
You know,
man.
I got the Coogee jacket, vintage.
Mhm.
And of course,
What say it again?
Coogee, Coogi. Notorious
Not
B.I.G.
Coogee.
wore them big
Okay.
in the 90s. He wore the Coogee sweaters. It's a Coogee track jacket. Yeah. And I look so much cooler in sunglasses than Joe. Holy shit. Holy shit, do I look cooler.
Oh my God.
What's the next one, Brian? Can we move
Number
on?
2. Yes. Yeah. TWPY number 2. Congratulations again to the acclaim.
Me being drippy? Thank you. I appreciate it.
As well. Best dressed for the TWPY Awards. I will gladly give that to you.
Biggest drip of TWP, Jason.
Yes. It is time for TWPY Award number 2.
Powerful, dynamic, determined, and groundbreaking. Just some of the words that best describe women's wrestling in 2022. Here are the nominees for Women's Performer of the Year.
Women's Performer of the Year. Coming in at number 5 with 22 points. Last year's winner, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. At number 4 with 23 points. So just a point more, very close voting. I touched her picture of her hair on a van and got an autograph for doing it. So no regrets. It's Liv Morgan.
And it may show up in the intro of next year's podcast, but hey, whatever.
Hey, you only live once.
That's right. Watch me. At number 3, we have a tie, 28 points, Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. At number 2 with 29 points, just 1 point more. Again, real close voting. The over 400-day NXT reign of Mandy Rose. And at number 1, a clean, unanimous, perfect score of 40 points, the EST Bianca Belair. Bianca,
That's easy.
yeah, this was a no-brainer clearly for all of us. Bianca really, since she lost to Becky Lynch in 9 seconds or whatever it was, SummerSlam 2021, was on the
Kevin and
path.
I were there.
Yes, Kevin and Jay were there in Vegas. It was all about just her getting that rematch, getting her title back. That ended up happening at WrestleMania, and she's held the title ever since. She's battled Bayley, Doudrop, Damage Control. She's going to be taking on Alexa Bliss here in a couple of weeks. Kevin, Bianca was a clear number 1 for all of us. Just talk a little bit about what she did for you guys this year.
When I was going through my top 10, it was Bianca 1. There was a far distance between 1 and 2. That's the biggest thing. So I was ranking 2 through 10, 2 through more than 10, and Bianca was just the best. 1, she looks like $1 million, right? Muscles upon muscles upon muscles. She just got her bodybuilders like official federation card so she can go compete in those competitions. She's intimidating. Like her legs are so muscular. Improvement on the mic got me to number 1 because she's always had that physical ability in the ring in NXT on the main roster. But I would say since she lost against Becky when Jay and I were in Vegas, Jay won. That was an amazing time in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
She was still great in the ring. She has not improved in the ring. She's always been amazing, but her mic skills after that have been great. She's been aligning with people, carried people on the mic, followed parallel with people on the mic, solo. That match against Bailey, the ladder match, amazing. Every match has been great. Who's going to dethrone her? She's almost like the Roman right now. There has to be that special person. Ronda can lose.
Yeah.
Right. Let that SmackDown title be a round robin. I don't care. There has to be a special person to beat Bianca.
Yeah.
To take over that title. And as of right now, no one in sight. Alexa, great. Perfect. I'm glad you're going to get it. Right? She's getting that little Bray Wyatt tease.
Mm-hmm.
She should not be Bianca. Bianca should be put as the Roman, where it needs to get that special person coming in to beat her, because she is unanimously, we all agreed, number one TWPY Award winner, Women Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah, she's just so consistent in everything she does. The voting was pretty consistent at the top in some order after Bianca, of like Mandy, Rhea, Becky, Liv, Britt, right? It was all pretty consistent. Right after that, and this year happened, we had some new women wrestlers at the top of the card, like Liv Morgan, like Mandy Rose for NXT. In AEW, I'm going to throw two names out there: Jamie Hayter and Jade Cargill, who both had some votes. But Jay, I'll go to you. Who do you think we'll be talking about at next year's TWPYs for Women of the Year? I mean, Jamie and Jay, just looking at them two for sure.
You know what's crazy? I have hated Jade Cargill, but since the recent pay-per-view, I'm kind of into her.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. I think she needs to ditch the dummies and become a full-fledged babyface. Get rid of this bullshit with Bow Wow and all these half-ass rappers that show up at AEW.
Right.
And yeah, I think we'll be talking about Jade. They were smart. I don't know if you've noticed, in recent months, they've stopped saying how many matches she has won, because 39 matches in 3 years, that's not impressive. Undefeated, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And to go back to Bianca Belair,
yeah,
you know, I was at WrestleMania. I saw that match live, and I saw a lot of cool shit this year. So I've created my own award. These are the nominees.
Oh,
I got my own award this year.
Okay. Yeah. This isn't part of the script here, guys. Okay.
The Marchuka.
Cody Rhodes returning at WrestleMania. I was there. Ric Flair's last match.
You were there.
I was there. MJF's promo, calling Tony Khan a fucking mark. I was there. Stone Cold's last match. I was there. Vince McMahon's last match. I was there. And the winner.
It's no secret that Jason has the biggest ego on the show, so it's no surprise that he has to have his own award. And now, the winner of the first annual TWPY Award is Cody Rhodes, returning at WrestleMania.
Easy.
Wow. That's congratulations to Cody. That's amazing.
Congratulations, Jason, for being there.
Yeah.
And yes, go ahead. Continue praising me.
And would you like to say anything about how amazing it was that you were there?
Don't give him another chance to talk.
No, I think you should say how great I am, that I go to all these events for the show. Tell me, praise me.
I want to see the shirt. I think we joked about this. The shirt of you see a band in concert and they have all the cities in the back. I want the Jason 22 I Was There World Tour shirt with WrestleMania, SummerSlam, All Out,
Money in the
random
Bank.
Rampage.
Why don't you just get
and then the indie show in Pittsburgh
Money in the Bank.
December.
Right.
Yeah,
that would be a cool shirt. We'll have to see if you can put that together.
Yeah, so
that's
the first annual TWPY Award.
I didn't go into the Coxie Award, but the award is seeing downstate ringside. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome, Jay. I will say this: I am jealous that you You live the wrestling live life that I wish I did. Because I guess
no.
I've been to several. I'm not gonna lie. I've been to several good events in 2022, more than 2021. Right? In SummerSlam was amazing with us, but you didn't know MJF was going to do that sweet promo against Tony Khan. That was when you just went to a show. You experienced it. It's kind of like luck of the draw, but that was an amazing promo. Like you went to very cool shows, but you had a little luck when you went with those experiences. So
you had a 30%
very cool
chance of Cody being there, according to you. So
we remember that.
You know what's cool? I'm the biggest douchebag on this show, and Kevin still shows me love. Thank you.
I gotta show appreciation.
I create my own award. Yeah.
Congratulations to Cody Rhodes.
Congratulations to me.
Yeah.
Are we all getting neck tattoos?
You get the TWPY Award tattoo.
That's it. That's what Cody's next tattoo is. Yeah.
Solidarity on this show.
Next award.
Can we then get to our regularly scheduled award show?
The band is playing. Let's get this guy off the stage.
All right.
Thanks, Bianca.
So it is time officially for the next TWPY Award, which is...
Is it Vader time?
It's been a hell of a year to be a visionary, a generational talent, a tribal chief, or an honorary oos. Here are the nominees for Men's Performer of the Year.
Men's Performer of the Year. Coming in at number 5, and I will say, I think it's a bit of a controversial of a pick. We can discuss this. Number 5, 18 points. Cody Rhodes, also a TWPY Award recipient. Yes. Number 4 with 20 points.
It's a thing.
MJF. At number 3, we have a tie. 24 points. I know. I was hoping we'd eliminate the ties, but it didn't happen that way. Number 3, we have a tie. 24 points. Sami Zayn and Jon Moxley. At number 2, 31 points. Seth freaking Rollins. At number 1, acknowledge him. He's a back-to-back TWPY Award winner for Men's Performer of the Year with 38 points. Roman Reigns. Roman, he continues his record-setting title reign. Yes, there's the fun code, Joe. Thank you.
Acknowledge
Display
him.
it proudly.
Is this his award speech? Should I go into it?
No. So, he started the year. If you remember, I think it's his only loss. He lost by DQ to Seth Rollins at the Rumble, right? He was not letting go of the choke. But he went on to defeat Goldberg at Elimination Chamber, Brock at WrestleMania, Matt Riddle on SmackDown, Brock at SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle, and Logan Paul at Crown Jewel. Jay, what a year for the Tribal Chief.
Yeah, indeed. I did not vote for him at number 1. I voted for Jon Moxley only because he had to carry the company when he was supposed to be on vacation. After All Out, he was supposed to go away. Punk was supposed to lead the charge. At literally 2 days prior, Tony Khan said, we're finally at a full capacity roster.
That's right.
And then Punk did what Punk did, and Jon Moxley had to carry the company. Now, I believe he's like a 3 or 4 time champion because of the interim and all that bullshit. So I voted for Mox. Roman was number 2 for me.
Yeah.
And look, I would love to see Roman hold this belt for years. But realistically, I think he's going to lose it at Mania. I don't know to who. I'm not sure how. But,
yeah,
it's a great story. And as I said before, entertain me. That's what I want. Entertainment. Because it is sports entertainment.
So, yeah, I had Seth Rollins at number 1. And it was for the reasons that you said, Jay, as far as he was there the whole time. Roman scaled back his schedule. First off, Seth, he does have the win over Roman at the Rumble, even though it was a DQ win, he has a win. His stuff with Kevin Owens and their bromance thing, hilarious. Seth and Cody, fantastic. Even Seth and Matt Riddle, really, really fun stuff. He called Riddle, he's like, you don't got no family no more, you fucking bitch. I couldn't believe it. So that was my number 1. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes, because that was a tough one for me. The impact he had was obviously tremendous. But let's look at his entire body of work of 2022. 1 month in AEW, 2 months in WWE,
and he got hurt. That's why they hurt for him.
How do you balance?
That's why he didn't win.
Yeah, but number 5 is pretty damn respectable. 3 months of actual activity, 9 months of inactivity. Let me see if I can.
Well, it was the TWPY Award curve that got him some extra points.
Like Joe, you gave him an 8. He was your 3rd point. So talk about your things
because of the impact that he made in just that short amount of time.
Okay.
And that's why he won the TWPY Award, because of the impact.
Yeah, he couldn't be my number 1 for the simple fact that he got injured. Not his fault. It happens. He's going to be probably the male superstar of the year for 2023.
I gave him a 3.
Be here in 1 year to find out.
I gave him my number 3 men's wrestler of the year, just because of that trilogy.
You put MJF.
No, MJF I put his 2. MJF
was 2. Yep.
MJF,
but he was gone 3 months.
He was gone.
Roman 1. I put Seth 4, and I actually put Jericho 5.
Jericho had a great year.
Yep.
But it's so many good guys, and I put Mox 6, and it was like,
Jericho's my 7th. Yep.
2 through 6 could have been interchangeable. That's the thing. In Cody,
I just too much. That's why I didn't have him higher. Seth lost too much.
But he came out, the crowd interaction, singing a song, coming out every single week with his outfits. It's not just what you show in the ring. It's what you present to the ring. It's what you present on the mic. It's what you present, in those promos. Like Cody might not have been there, but the little videos, the little teases, the internet sensations, like what's Cody going to do? Is he going to come back? Like that all goes into that. Mm-hmm. But no, this was a very tricky one. I will say the women's was very cut and dry.
Right.
When I went through, I was just like, tough. I was like Bianca 1. I put Mandy at 2. I think I had Becky at 2, Mandy at 3. It was very.
You had Mandy at 2. Yep.
1 through.
I'm sorry.
I think my 1
Becky
through
at 2, Mandy at 3.
Yep. 1 through 7. I think I had Sammy at 7, Mox at 6. 1 through 7 was 2 through 7. Roman's number 1. Roman's a god, right? 2 through 7 was like so close to me. That's the tricky thing.
Joe and Kevin, listen to this one. Jason, was it a typo when you had Matt Cardona at number 5?
Nope. The guy, as much as I joke around and make the comments that I make, what the fucking guy did, man. He's about to end up back in WWE. I don't think he'll be a big star. I think he'll be mid-card.
Yeah.
Dona. So it's, it is what it is. He had a great year. No, Joe.
I was surprised.
No more.
Does anyone own a Matt Cardona shirt or a Zack Ryder shirt?
Funny you say that. I got my pro wrestling crate this month.
Shut up.
And it's fucking garbage.
Oh.
And I never say I'm canceling. I'm not even.
Oh no.
I resubscribed due to the Sting RoboCop show.
That's why I was like, what was that?
Look at this bullshit. I'm not even opposing to them because I listen to the podcast every Friday.
What's the autograph? I'm going to see.
This is the crazy bullshit. No, this is the bullshit shirt.
It's like a figure story, like Christmas Story,
but like it's horrible quality. Yeah. It's blurry. It's shit.
Is that Jay Uso? Right in the middle?
No, it's Hornswoggle, Cardona, and Myers.
Then the second shirt is a Hangman Page shirt. How fucking generic could this be? These are supposed to be exclusive. They're shit.
It's fine.
Is that Ariel Postel?
But I did get Mankind. I got Cactus Jack socks.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't own a Cardona shirt per se, but he had a great year. I mean, look.
Okay.
Even though Brian got him to call me a fucking mark, you motherfucker. He's on the Jericho cruise. You better hope I don't get this to do a meet and greet because I will get my revenge more than the Peter Rosenberg.
When do you go on the Jericho cruise?
Yeah. End of January.
Right?
February 1st. I go to Miami and then jump on board the 2nd through the 6th. So you guys will have like 2 weeks without me, which will make Joe happy. So
your wife drops out. I'm in.
Do you want to go?
Let's chat.
No, there's still I don't know. Something must have happened, but yeah, we'll talk after the show.
Speaking of which, going on trips, Brian, what are your chances of making it to WrestleMania this year?
Come on, Joe. We just covered this last
2023, a new day.
Yes.
I said, hey, we're in 2023 in a moment here. Let's get that tax return. Let's see if we can make that happen here.
That's right. You said that last week.
Brian's gonna chug that.
Who got that IRS autograph and tell him to
That
put
would
in a
be
good
me.
word for me. Thank you, Joe. Come on, help me out.
Brian's gonna be like, okay, who's men's match of the year?
Yeah. No, let's move on though to the next TWPY.
Yeah,
It
please.
is
Of all the women's wrestling matches in 2022, who shine brightest under the bright lights? Here are the nominees for Women's Match of the Year.
Women's Match of the Year. Once again, we have a tie, guys. All right, we have a tie at number 5 with 21 points. The Women's War Games match and Bianca versus Bayley, last woman standing at Crown Jewel. At number 4 with 23 points, the NXT just happened. The NXT Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, which was a hell of a lot of fun. At number 3, we were all there. 27 points. Bianca and Becky opened the show at SummerSlam. Again, real close vote. 1 point above, 28 points. At number 2, the Women's Money in the Bank match. Jay was there for that one. And at number 1 with 32 points. So again, really close vote, Bianca versus Becky at WrestleMania. So very close voting on this category. And for number 1,
I was there for that one too.
It's just the TWPY Awards all the time.
Can we rename the whole show the TWPY Awards?
We might have to.
Sweet.
If this keeps up, we're gonna have to. Guys,
I'm
sometimes wrestling can be just so simple, right? Of a story. You go back to, again, SummerSlam 2021. Becky surprises Bianca after Sasha couldn't appear, beats Bianca in like 9 seconds. And all that time, it was just about Bianca finding her way back to challenge Becky, win back her title. Becky had that great entrance. She had that luxury SUV. Bianca had the marching band behind her. And the match was great. Great back and forth. Bianca wins the title back. Guys, thoughts on this match, and also I guess just how close the voting was for this one, because again, this is one that's like 3 to 4 points separating like third place and first place on this one.
I don't know. I like the SummerSlam match, I think, better.
Okay.
Maybe it's because we were there. But
Sure.
yeah, WrestleMania was one of those instances where every match was good. So that's why it was like, yeah, they forgot about it. But if you just watched it on its own merit, it's an amazing match. They told a great story. I think it was night 1.
Yeah, I think so.
Jason, you were there.
You were there.
Do you remember?
Nah. I think it was night 1.
Yeah, I think it was night 1. I think, yeah. So
if I'm wrong and it was night 2, leave it in the comments or send us a Gmail. That WrestlePod@gmail.com. I don't remember.
Let me ask you
# Jason's wrong.
See, we were together in Vegas, right? When Becky beat Bianca,
that was so
in
2021.
Less than 10 seconds. But the rematch at the following WrestleMania or SummerSlam, when we were all there, I ranked it as number. I'm looking at my list. I ranked it as my number 2.
You did, yeah.
Overall, I thought it was a great match. Only one lower than the Women's Money in the Bank. Where did you rank yours, Jay? That SummerSlam match that we were all together in Nashville?
I don't know. I don't have my sheet in front of me. Brian,
top 10. Do you remember top 10?
Thanks
Brian?
for
It was a great match.
No,
it really was a great match.
Jay has Bianca and Becky third for Mania, number 8, and Bianca Becky SummerSlam number 10.
Number 10.
So loving the Mania match a lot more than SummerSlam.
I put the Mania at 5, so
It's
it's not like I
the
dropped
allure-
it down too low.
it's
But
the allure of WrestleMania.
I
It is.
agree.
It is.
I agree.
It is
what
the
put it over
glitz.
top
It is
for
the
me.
shine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had Women's War Games at number 1. I'm like, yeah, that was still my favorite women's match.
That was a
of the
great
year.
match.
I had
loved
Women's
it.
War Game number 1, SummerSlam number 2, Mania number 3. So I still remember having SummerSlam just one notch above Mania's match.
Brian, I'm curious. Did anybody vote for Liv and Ronda the cash in at Money in the Bank?
No,
other than me?
no
But
one
Brian,
voted
you
for
didn't
that.
either?
No, because that was just like a 2-minute little thing, but to Kevin's credit, he did rate the Money in the Bank women's match his number 1. That was his number 1. I put that at number 5. Right. We had a couple of votes, at least in the minor category, for Liv and Becky at day 1. I think Jay, you put that in there, like number 9, maybe.
I had it at number 10. It was the only Liv match that made the top 10. Sorry, Brian. And it was my
it was.
1 point match.
Started the year, and
because she faced Ronda.
Exactly. Yeah. It just, the feud didn't work. We saw it at SummerSlam. They had that goofy ass. She got pinned, but she tapped out, and it didn't work. It didn't work. So. Yeah, it's neither here nor there. I think
moving
the voting,
on.
Yeah, the voting reflected it appropriately. All right. It is time then for our next TWPY Award.
With apologies to Dave Meltzer, the only 5-star match reviews that matter come from Brian, Jason, Kevin, and Joe. Yeah, even Joe. Here are the nominees for Men's Match of the Year.
Yes, voice guy. Oh, sorry, Darren. Yes, Darren. Even Joe gets to vote. Please be nice. That's Jason's job to make fun of Joe. Okay, listen. This category.
There's plenty of people who do that.
Yeah, but this
Joe sucks.
Men's match.
I'm just kidding. I'm teasing.
Wow.
I'm teasing. Actually, I like Joe.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we saw the love and the Christmas gifts last week.
Yeah, that's
clearly there.
Move on.
Men's Match of the Year, another extremely close vote for this one, but not without its controversy. Coming in at number 5, 20 points. Sheamus versus Gunther at Clash of the Cat. There it is. I knew it. I said, Joe.
I'm out because I said I gave that one 100 points.
He
It
did.
shouldn't have even been a contest.
He did. He put it there. It's at number 5.
Done.
Joe. We'll get into it. Stay with me now. Number 4 with 23 points. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Number 3 with 25 points. Again, really close votes. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Number 2 with 27 points. Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. That's number 2.
I wasn't there.
And number 1. 29 points. Cody Rhodes for Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell. So, gosh, what a vote this one, guys. I mean, this was so difficult. Kevin, you had this match. Cody, Seth, Hell in a Cell at number 1. Tell us why.
The only reason I had it is because when Cody took off that jacket and you saw his entire pec, black, purple, blue, and him just looking like he was like, I'm going to war with this right now. That, like I said, like, it's more than just the match. It's more than just the mic. It's more than like Seth Rollins walking, with his outfits. When Cody pulled that out, right? So when we came back from Chicago, let's go in a time machine. I brought Brett that Cody poster, right? With the wolf, and Brett, I videotaped Brett, my son, and he was like, I want to go to the new wrestling. We lived in Kentucky for a while, so we had the Kentucky twang. It's like, I want to go to the new wrestling and see him. He didn't know who him was.
Ham?
Right?
Ham?
He was like, him.
From Toy Story?
Him. Like H-E-M. Him.
Yeah.
And then I
Is
showed
that Billy
him.
Bob from Varsity Blues?
I showed him some Cody Rhodes stuff. Then I showed him AEW, and that's his favorite wrestler, right?
Yeah.
So like, we watched that match together, and when we pulled off, he's like, he pointed, and I remember we were in our basement, and he's like, whoa, what's wrong with him? And I'm like, dude, he looks hurt. And we watched him, and it just I don't remember if was there a kendo stick like stabbing with Seth on Cody. It was just the emotion of that match. I just like lower I think 4, I put Brock versus Roman with the huge tractor, right? We were there. It was awesome. We marked out in that match, but like sitting home with my son and just going crazy with that Cody Seth Hell in the Cell and just the emotion that went on with that match. That's why I went number 1. There were so many great men's matches.
You peed?
I did not pee.
You said you went number 1.
Hi-yo.
Well, I vote. Well, that is true. I went number one voting style.
Yeah.
Social clip.
That's what's fun is that
Mike,
we had 17 matches. We just said vote for your top 10. We had 17 matches that got votes. So that shows you how good there was of wrestling this year.
Gunther and Sheamus had
Thank you.
100 points.
Joe,
So there wasn't a contest.
that was Joe's number one.
I did a 10 multiplier on it. It told the best story, best crowd, best everything. When the match didn't even start and the Brutes and Imperium were brawling and Gunther and Sheamus were just staring at each other the whole time, didn't even move. The crowd, they just had the crowd in their hand. And the second that bell hit, it was a banger of a match. It was, and how it got number 5, you guys are wrong.
Well,
so wrong.
If you didn't figure, hold on.
I had Cody
Kev,
and Seth at number 2 because of their story they told too. The second everyone says like they took off the robe and they were looking at the pec. Seth told that story too because he was laughing hysterically like an idiot in the polka dot
bingo.
They told the story. The difference was the crowd. Sheamus had an entire like country on his side. They were cheering everything. The bells. Oh my! Rewatch that match again, please. I watched it. I think probably like 8 times now, and it gets better every time. Just that beginning alone of the Imperium and the Brawling Brutes beating the crap out of each other, but those two never broke eye contact. They couldn't care less.
We might think
anyone
about
else.
A
it was
Chewy.
the second that
I
bell rang.
I wouldn't even say
boom.
a Coxie. I'll say a Chewy. Chewy award for transformation of the year has to go to Gunther. Like the dude has
as far as his body transformation,
his body, like he's slimmed up, looks.
I was hoping for Walter Gunther back-to-back match of the year, and it didn't happen.
I love when Joe and Kevin fight.
Yeah, Joe, when you say you guys, please let it be known you had him number 1. I had him number 1 as well.
Thank you, Brian. You're a smart
Kevin
man.
and Jason did not have them on their ballot.
They weren't even on the ballot.
That's it. 20 points. 10 for you, 10 for me, and that's it. So, but listen,
Jason, it was because you couldn't make it to the castle. Is that why you weren't there?
Jason couldn't make it to the castle, so we didn't vote it.
I
wasn't there.
I was in this room on the floor watching it on my TV. So
that deducts it like 10 points.
For the Toronto match of the year.
Now, Joe, I will.
It made me a Sheamus fan, and that
today is Friday. If you're listening to this, I am off. I'm actually off for the next 10 days, but I will go back and watch that match.
Do it. Like,
that's good. We'll get your follow-up review next week. Yeah,
it's got to at least make the top like 5.
I appreciate the passion, Joe.
It's about to be a walk-off right now.
You were close.
Do it. Please do it.
Please.
Go ahead.
No, don't do that. Leave. We have time.
Don't threaten us with a good time.
One more time.
Oh,
there he goes.
Oh, he left.
My God.
He bounced. All right.
No, he's just teasing.
He's teasing. It's a no better time than right now to get to the final.
Even my picture.
TWPY Award of
with the sunglasses on.
But I still look better than you in sunglasses. I may start doing this every week. Look how great I look.
Anything to cover your face, that's fine.
The final TWPY Award of the night.
Wrestling is about moments. The moments that make us cheer. The moments that make us boo. The moments that make us get out of our seat. And the moments that make us rant on Twitter. 2022 was a year with an incredible amount of moments. But only one can receive the most valuable award of them all. It's time for the nominees for the TWPY Moment of the Year.
Say that again. Yes, wrestling is about moments. That's why this is the most coveted TWPY Award, even more than the Chewy, shockingly enough. The moment
not even
of
close.
The year. Guys, thank you for your votes one more time.
You're welcome.
At number 5, with 18 points, Cody Rhodes reveals his pec injury at Hell in a Cell. Who said it? Who said about Seth laughing at him? Like, I mean, yeah, that was fantastic. At number 4, and I'm glad this made it up here because I think we're going to be looking back at this for years. Number 4 with 24 points. Sami Zayn gets the honorary Oos shirt. So good.
Fun one.
So good. At number 3, and gosh, if you would have said this like anytime in the last 10 years, you probably would have said this has to be number 1. But that's how good of a year this was. At number 3, with 31 points, Steve Austin wrestles. And he wrestles Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
I had that at 3.
That's at number 3. That's how good of a year this was. At number 2, with 33 points, Brock lifts the ring with a tractor at SummerSlam. We were all there for that. And at number 1, with 39 points, 1 point away from a perfect score, Cody Rhodes returns to WWE at WrestleMania.
That's because of me, by the way.
So Kevin, why don't you think that was the moment of the year?
The only reason is we were there with Brock
because you put Brock at number 1.
Yeah, right? I put Brock at number 1 because we were there. We all went nuts together, right next to each other in 4 seats in Nashville, Kentucky. Somewhat buzzed.
How was that again?
Fun.
Where were we again?
Nashville, Kentucky.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah,
Nashville, Tennessee.
You said Nashville.
I thought you said Kentucky.
Yeah. Can we get a replay on this? Rewind.
Bro.
In Nashville, Kentucky. Hey, they're one state away from each other.
That's right. They're friends.
Tonight. It's okay. That was the thing. Like 1 and 2, Cody returning at Mania. I remember we were in a podunk hotel in Georgia because of travel plans, and I watched Mania night number 1 on our weird spring break travel plans. Both of them, like I watched one on an iPad in a hotel, one live. They were so close. Close. Both of them were amazing moments.
Cody, I didn't even get to watch live. Brian and I were at a charity event. I watched WrestleMania night 1 Sunday afternoon. And
before night 2.
Yeah.
Right before I watched them back to back. And I watched, it was a long night. But I still had like chills and goosebumps because we were social media, internet, like total blackout.
You blacked out, yeah.
We blacked out completely, but it's like you just knew it was going to be Cody. And when you heard that wrestling has more than one royal family, I was just
loved it.
And it's just like Sunday at 3:00 in the afternoon. I'm like the last person who knows it happened.
Yeah, Joe, I was like you. Again, we were at the same event, except mine was 3 a.m. I couldn't. Once we finally wrapped everything up of the actual
mine was
thing,
3:00 in the afternoon.
I said, I gotta find out if it was him. And I saw it, and I went on YouTube. I made a little fun video about Cody's return to WWE, which you can find on our YouTube channel. And yeah, it was great. It was so good. I remember in the weeks leading up to it thinking like he's got to show up on Raw or he's got to do this. And the way they did
the Jacksonville Raw, we were so mad.
Jacksonville Raw. I'm like, yeah, it's AEW's backyard. You're going to do it there. He's going to come out and confront Seth and set it up. No, it was
Jason
great.
And I said he should have been Miz's partner. I mean, we were way off on that one.
Yeah. Oh God, forgot about that. And Jason, you were there. Take us through those moments.
Yeah, Jason, you were there, right?
I don't know if you know, but I was at WrestleMania this year. Mm-hmm. So there, in his entrance song, yes, wrestling has more than one royal family. There's like a dun, dun, like before he starts talking.
Yes.
And when that
dun, little
dun,
drum
hit,
yeah.
I mean, the place just exploded. And I mean, hell, I was at WrestleMania, and when I got back to my hotel that night, I watched the match again because I wanted to see what it looked like on TV, even though, I was at WrestleMania. So that is why it was the TWPY Award winner. It's now a TWPY Award winner. And it was a great night. I'm excited for him to return. He's looking really fucking jacked. I don't know if you've seen the photos lately. I would imagine a Royal Rumble return, but who knows? Who knows what 2023 will be for the American Nightmare? But
when he came back, Corey had the Call of the Year too. If we could have like Call of the Year for next year's TWPYs, from what was it? From
great.
Undesirable to undeniable.
Oh,
that
that was Cody's catchphase. That wasn't anything Graves.
Yeah, but way he said it though, like I'm like that was.
Yeah, no, he did. Remember when in that match? Because God, this was a fun match.
When he did the cartwheel.
Yeah, he did the cartwheel, and
got it out of the way.
Yeah, Saxton was like, "Oh, he's showing off," and Graves. I love this.
No, Graves was like, "No, that's not showing skin.
Up." He goes, "That's shedding skin. That's letting go of the past. This is a new start for the American Nightmare." And it was Stardust. Here we are now. So so good. So yeah,
I mean,
Graves on that.
After this, I mean, this year was insane in professional wrestling. But the real question is, Brian, what the fuck are you wearing?
Yeah, this is just my.
Hey, cheers!
My ugly Christmas sweater. I did wear.
I mean, last year it was a tuxedo.
Yeah,
and now it's this.
I went a little more casual this time. Yeah, I've got my like head to toe ugly Christmas sweater. I probably should have worn it.
Are we gonna have "We Are Wasted" sing that song now?
Okay, wait, hold up. The Coxie Award for Best Dress, number 4, Brian Christie.
Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think Kevin, can you praise how great I look tonight again one more time before we wrap up?
I will say this. I was in Santa Clarita at the Marchuca household, and I walked into Jason's closet, and I have, by the way, I have 62 t-shirts in my closet.
That's it. I'm such an ass.
And I see a lot, and I'm going through, I'm just like, I'm going through the hangers, and I see this one. I'm like, came across Iron Cheek, and I'm like, we have not seen that one right now. We have not seen that. And I was like, that might be the best, right?
It was built up.
Amazing. I will say this. Jason, number 1 best dressed Coxie of the year.
Thanks.
I'm number 2. I'm going to give myself number 2, of course.
Well, you are no, never mind.
Yeah. Wait, hold up.
2023. I have a new villain.
Brian moves up to 3.
Yes,
Joe is left.
I think that bronze.
You are really Kevin. You really that big of a fan of
all jokes aside,
Bulldog.
All jokes aside, the shirt just looked cool. It was super soft. I have no idea where it came from. What company? Say it again. Roots of Fight. It just looked sweet. That's all. We all look like $1 million. We're all studs.
We love Sheiky Baby. We love him.
Wow.
Guys, thank you all so much. 2022, a year we won't soon forget, and 2023 has its work cut out for it to try to top it. Congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you for watching, our listeners, our viewers, watching, listening. YouTube.com/That Wrestling Podcast and at That WrestlePod for all the social media. While we may be changing the show a bit, as Jason talked about in the Christmas gift episode, as we change to a new year, one thing still remains. As we always say, enjoy wrestling.